global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to our channel. 2027 came a little earlier in Nigeria in political space, and a lot of things are going on just about now. As a few hours ago, it has been drama here and there all the way, but it looks as if the main opposition, or rather the coalition, is facing the heat, as is allegedly the ruling party is not allowing them to have their way and their say, and their gatherings have been interrupted. Hence the reaction you're going to see now. You're going to give you full details of what is going on, and Nigerians are screaming. The likes of the ADC coalition are screaming blue mother, insisting that this can't continue in every true sense of the word, and they are employing every mechanism possible. But the question is, can they or will they succeed? Let's find out in a moment. My colleague is also in the house. But according to the new security operatives from Kaduna State Police Command, as at some few hours ago, sealed off the State Secretariat of African Democratic Congress, ADC, that's the office located at number 4 Ali Akilo Road, in a move that has sparked tension among opposition figures. Now, the action came just hours before the Northwest leadership of the ADC was due to visit Kaduna chapter to sympathize with members recently moved against by suspected political thugs. Now, witnesses report that the heavy deployment of police patrol vans around the building, effectively preventing access to the party's office. A senior officer to ADC opened up on what is going on, and this is what he's got to say. He said, and I quote him word for word, he said that the visit was meant to console members injured during the last week's attack at a coalition meeting between ADC and Social Democratic Party. That's the witness saying this, a senior party member who spoke under the condition of anonymity. Now, the meeting held at the NUT Endwell Conference Hall in Mogadishu layout and was disrupted by hoodlums who damaged vehicles, smashed windows, and left several participants wounded. Now, that incident, which occurred in the presence of armed policemen deployed to stop the gathering, has been linked to issues of insecurity, but I wonder why. My colleague is in the house. Of course, very quickly, let me just say this. One of the coalition senior member have taken the matter to court, insisting that they should, in all sincerity, be allowed to have their way and their say, judging the fact that we're in democratic setting. I think I should just read what he said. He said, Bello said that we are in court to protect our democratic rights. The police have no powers to halt political activities. Their duty is to ensure security and maintain peace, not to suppress free association. Now, amid the growing tension, the ADC chieftain Yusuf Shehu Bello had taken the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbatekun, and the Kaduna State Commissioner of Police to the Federal High Court over alleged restriction on political meetings. Through his lawyer, Farouk Diko, Bello filed an interlocutory injunction seeking to restrain the police from suspending or interfering with lawful gatherings in the state. He argued that the Kaduna Command's recent directive requiring political parties to obtain clearance before holding meetings in public places or even hotels were unconstitutional. Of course, they said quite a lot, and they have been clamping down on rival camps where within the ruling elite, they are testing their strength ahead of the 2027 opposition leaders. I also warned that the crackdown on political parties undermines democracy and sets the stage on further arrest. My colleague is in the house. A lot to be said, a lot to be discussed. What's your take right now? It's apparent, it's obvious that nobody wants proper sitting. What do you think? What do you make of all of this drama playing out?
Well, these are some of the loopholes in African democracy that leaves me with a lot of fears. First and foremost, if you look at the way democracy are practiced, or let me say, there is government in Nigeria, civilian government in Nigeria, you will notice that certain people want to take office and they want to exact force on it such that, their fears will be felt by all and sundry. I don't know what's going on about Sani, whatever he's doing and all of that. But if these things we are hearing are actually true, then the Constitution is going through a lot of depression. Let me put it that way. Depression in the sense that the provision of it, and even those who were supposed to uphold it, those who were supposed to protect it, are not doing exactly that. Now, it is normal for people to gather right of association is there. It's engrafted in our constitution, even before it was amended, and even now that it is amended.
They are now insisting you must take permission from the sitting
government. There is no, that is absolutely an aberration. Reason being that if the constitution has provided that you have the right to gather, then the churches also need to take permission from them before they gather. APC stakeholders, when they want to meet, they need to also go and take permission from the security. This is likened to the case of Ogbobulo and Peter Obi, where Ogbobulo was demanding that Peter Obi must call him clearance first before he comes into the state, as though which means all Nigerians need to get clearance from you before they come in. If Peter Obi wants to go do his business, he has every right to go in. Now, and that's the same thing we are seeing in Kaduna State. Now, fairly recently, we heard that I think by October, these guys, Cameroon, they will be having their elections and all of that. According to the information made available, have it that there's a lot of suppression. There's a lot of forceful disentangling of they want to scatter the opposition. They are looking for a one-party system. The opposition is hiding to have their meetings. Now, those things, if it is cascaded into Nigeria, guess what? It will fly without struggle. And that's exactly what, this whole push for one-party system wants to bring. And unfortunately, if Nigeria don't wake up and if judiciary continue to obey and put their head under their laps, that's how those things will be succeeding. As much as these things have been taken to court, what is interlocutory order? How come interlocutory order? Those kind of things should be dismissed. Dismissed in the sense that it is the constitutional right of everybody. I don't need the interlocutory order to come and hold my meeting. It is your right to hold meeting as at when. And I think that it is a duty of the judiciary to explain to the police their duty, because this thing is getting out of hand. And this is the same thing that has caused a lot of mayhem across board. We need to see how we can protect our constitution, irrespective of whose oath is God. This is one thing that we have that makes democracy democracy. Without constitution, democracy is nonsense. If people begin to sweep the provision of the constitution under the carpet in the name of self-seeking their fame and all of that, you are in that position. You want to oppress everybody and all of that. What are you trying to leave behind for others to learn? So for me, I feel that at this point, the court should address this issue, warn all the parties involved to stay aside. The only reason why certain meetings will not be allowed to hold, if you are sensing there's some info that there's going to be a chaos as a result of that, such people should be a demand for them to go and take clearance from the police, or maybe make demands of security to be part of that gathering. But outside that, I don't think that all of this fight against political parties should continue. If not, we won't have the country that we call our own.
All right, that's we're going to wrap it up. Let's meet in our comment section. What's your take?
They have obtained court order to stop us meeting in the SDP zonal office, which now has ADC zonal office, my apologies, ADC zonal office. As senior citizens of this country, responsible political leaders of this country, though in the opposition, we respect the law. And we believe, or we still believe, the Commissioner of Police, Kaduna State, being a law enforcement agent of that stature, is not likely to lie. However, we'll still investigate to confirm the authenticity of that story. But in the meantime, given the situation